It gives me real pleasure to welcome you to this live event. While we're here as organisations, churches, individuals, wanting to deepen our involvement or even to develop a Christian response to people in prison and those leaving prison. We gather here as Christians in hope, because we believe in a God of restoration and forgiveness, a God of relationship whose business is transformation and restoration. When it comes to criminal justice, my starting point is never what can we do to make our streets safer or how can we punish people harder. Rather, my starting point is always what is it that will transform our communities, our society, our world, reduce reoffending, what will transform the lives of those who are offenders and victims, remembering that many offenders are also victims.
I ended up in prison at the end of 2023, looking at a big sentence, and I was completely broken. I had no hope.
I've been to prison 3 times.
The volunteers who I built a relationship up with inside the prison became my support network when I got out of prison.
They really helped me with my confidence. They saw something that I didn't see in myself. They gave me help that I didn't think that I needed.
And I felt God's love inside my cell that night, and I was in prison, but I got set free. And I realised that when I was outside, I was actually a prisoner. I've ended up in prison and being set free from inside the prison.
So going from receiving the help to giving the help, because I now work for Margot Day, having that experience, it really does help with some of my girls, my engagees that I work with. They literally say, I'm so glad that you're here to support me because you know exactly how it feels.
It ain't just transformed my life, but I've got 14 members of my family actively coming to church.
Mercy and justice are not natural companions, and designing a system in prisons and community that hold those together is tough. I believe the soft option is simply locking away more people for longer and doing nothing else. The tough option is asking how we actually deal with each person as an individual and focus on transformation.
So people know that chaplaincy is a possibility in terms of ministry. I was very struck by what you were saying about people thinking ministry is all about church. Actually, prison chaplaincy is a thing. We really need people to be thinking of that as quite a natural thing for people to be doing, people to be involved in.
So chaplains are responsible for supporting people through times of bereavement in prison. We know that bereavement is enormously impactful for mental health, for behaviour, for the whole spectrum of your life really, but it's really it's something we don't really talk about in the world, but it's so important, that right support. So we come alongside people through group work, through our bereavement support programme and through one-to-one work as well.
I love the suggestion from Lord Timpson about going to find the most vulnerable person in the prison. Those people who are very alone, very isolated, and at probably greatest risk to themselves because no one's visiting them, they maybe don't have a pen pal, they have no contact. So we're also literally following Matthew 25 in visiting the prisoner.
We know that many people find faith in prison and other people rekindle their faith in prison. But we know when it comes to the point of release, only about 1 in 5 people are choosing to connect with a church on the outside.
Why can't we take the chaplains out of the prison and continue that journey of mentoring, of support?
I hope we'll be thinking about how in our different contexts and spheres of influence we might challenge the public discourse around crime and punishment. That we won't just join in with that narrative that we need to lock more people up for longer and then we'll be safer. That's not what the evidence says.
We know that if churches are welcoming, if they are accepting, and if they are safe, they have that real potential to bring about change and to challenge the narrative that is so harmful that exists in our society at the moment.
For us all to thrive, we need 3 things: something to do, somewhere to live, and something or someone to love.
We run a free online prison awareness course which helps to equip individuals to better understand how to engage in this work well and how to do it safely.
have uncertainties about what they should do when they get released, how can they not reoffend.
And I think we need to be better at articulating that.
It can just be so challenging getting through the doors. You've got to have chaplains who are on your side.
That behaviour is communication, and actually challenging behaviour is often communicating deep pain.
The more we can actually begin to make that difference.
Join the Welcome Directory, and I think they're going to. It's quite a natural fit.
Whether there's community chaplaincy locally that can help that process.
There is so much going on, and that's just a huge encouragement.
I'm just really impressed and inspired by all the people that are here that are doing work in prisons.
You can become very, I think, tunnel visioned with your own charity, with your own church, with your own prison, and the struggles that you have. But when you come to a place like this, where there's lots of a bigger community, you're part of a big ripple effect.
It's so lovely that today we're able to bring so many people together. So we're not just talking on Zoom, we're meeting face to face. So Prisons Week, the annual week of prayer, is the second Sunday of October, and the following year, every year. Please join us.
I take away from today the power of faith communities, and also the importance of networks like the Chaplaincy Community Association, Welcome Directory, to help us all do this together. We're not on our own.
Prisons need a total rethink, and I think the people in this room could actually make a big difference. So I'm uplifted by it.
I really loved hearing Lord Timpson's vision for a prison where people are really known as individuals. So we know that the guard on Wing B's mum has just gone through chemotherapy, and we know that the governor's dad has just died, and that's something that I really feel excited to work towards as individuals.
It's been such a breath of fresh air to meet the people in prison, real people, who really value relationship, and I value the relationships too.
I was really impacted by the personal stories of people meeting Jesus in prison and having their lives transformed.
More churches are going to go away and think about how they can welcome, bring belonging, love and stability to those who are leaving prison and joining communities where they are. It's been fantastic to be with people who I can call family and tribe in a positive way.
Loneliness is really important. It sort of drives people back to their old lives.
It's just that you got caught and the rest of us didn't, right? So, actually, it's not that they need church needs them too.
Really so grateful that you're here to listen to the challenges.
I love that thing about don't try and guess what sort of church people want. In same way with the body, we need all sorts of different expressions.
We need Christians with lived experience in addiction in prison, helping us run Christian programs of recovery.
I think it's really important that we start with people first, so people in prison, people with a conviction, and be really mindful of what language we use.
We can't do it all, but we can move the dial one degree and say, be thinking what's the one thing you might do differently.